Hi friends! And let me take you deeper, because your obstacles aren't just sitting politely in front of you, they hide everywhere like tiny pop quizzes in your daily routine. Every moment of your life is a classroom, and you are the star student in sparkly heels. When your breakfast toast flies out of the toaster at a weird angle and hits the ground, that's not catastrophe, that's agility training. That's the universe saying, girl, catch me if you can. And even when you don't catch it, guess what? You still win. Because queens don't cry over fallen toast. Queens make new slices. When your eyeliner wings decide to become distant cousins instead of twins, breathe. That's patience practice. That's the universe testing your symmetry and your sanity at the same time. That's Barbie boot camp. When you drop your keys inside your purse and instantly lose them in the black hole of lip glosses, receipts, and dreams, that's not frustration. That's a treasure hunt. A quest. A resilience ritual disguised as everyday chaos. When your favorite shirt suddenly decides to betray you with a mysterious stain right as you're leaving the house, that's adaptability. That's wardrobe gymnastics. That's life saying you can't be stopped, not even by laundry sabotage. When your phone slips from your hand, and you perform a dramatic slow-motion dive to catch it even if you fail, that's reflex training. That's instinct activation. That's the universe sharpening you like a diamond under pressure. When you spill coffee on your desk at work, that's not a mess, that's innovation time. You grab napkins like you're performing a choreographed dance. You clean, you reorganize, you rebuild. That's the Barbie method, turn disasters into redesign opportunities. When you're scrolling through social media and accidentally like a post from 2012, panic doesn't help, but awareness does. That's an emotional obstacle, a lesson in digital poise. Queens recover instantly. Queens play it cool. When you send a message to the wrong person and almost pass out, breathe. That's communication training. That's your think before you tap certification moment. When your hair won't cooperate no matter how many times you brush it, that's persistence training. That's your reminder that not everything will go according to plan, but you can still walk out the door and own the world. Even when you go to the store for one item and leave with 20, that's not lack of discipline. That's strategic adaptability, because life will always give you more than you expected. When you're cooking and the pan starts smoking like a dramatic telenovela scene, that's decision-making training in real time. Lower the heat, laugh, adapt, grow. When your shoe breaks in the middle of the sidewalk, that's confidence practice. That's walk barefoot until you get home without losing your grace training. That's Barbie warrior mode. When you're stuck at the red light for so long that you consider a new career, that's meditation. That's stillness. That's the universe giving you a pause to reflect and reset. When you step on a Lego, that's enlightenment. True awakening. Character development at its peak. When your nails chip 5 minutes after painting them, that's ego training. That's perfection detox. That's the art of letting go while looking fabulous. When your internet crashes during a meeting and you freeze mid-sentence on camera, that's humility practice. That's letting life remind you that you can't control everything, but you can recover with grace. When your order arrives wrong and you decide whether to complain or adapt, that's emotional calibration. That's choosing your battles like a queen. When someone interrupts you, that's boundary training. That's your cue to reclaim your space politely, firmly, powerfully. When your plans fall apart, that's flexibility training. That's your real moment of truth. Will you crumble or improvise? Barbie always improvises. When you bump into someone from your past at the worst moment possible, messy hair, no makeup, sweatpants, that's confidence activation. Because if you can own your truth, then you can own it anywhere. When you get overwhelmed by your to-do list, that's leadership training. That's your moment to prioritize, delegate, reorganize, and command your day like the CEO of your life. When someone talks over you, that's vocal empowerment training. Straighten your spine, lift your chin, and reclaim your sentence with calm dominance. When you don't feel like doing anything but you still show up, that's royalty. That's discipline. That's self-respect. When you take a deep breath instead of reacting impulsively, that's emotional mastery. That's the pink palace of peace being constructed in your soul. When you finally admit you need help, that's strength, not weakness. Barbie has friends, mentors, allies. So do you. When you learn to laugh at your mistakes instead of hiding them, that's liberation. That's evolution. That's unstoppable confidence. When you accept compliments without deflecting them, that's self-love training. Take the praise. Absorb it. Let it polish you. When you apologize sincerely, that's maturity. When you forgive yourself sincerely, that's power. When you let go of old versions of yourself, that's rebirth. Barbie has reinvented herself thousands of times, and so will you. When you dream bigger than you feel ready for, that's destiny calling. Answer it. When you feel fear but walk forward anyway, that's courage wrapped in glitter. When you choose to rest instead of running yourself into exhaustion, that's intelligence. Queens don't burn out, they recharge. When you speak your truth even when your voice trembles, that's evolution. When you fail publicly and survive, that's invincibility training. When you start again after heartbreak, after disappointment, after exhaustion, that's ascension. And when you realize that every tiny challenge in your daily life, every spilled drink, every broken nail, every awkward conversation, every setback, every misunderstanding, every delay, every wrong turn is preparing you for a greater, stronger, wiser version of yourself. That, my friend, is when you finally understand. Obstacles are obstacles, they are invitations to rise. And rise you will, because Barbie doesn't break, Barbie builds, and so do you.